not much. If the Iranians would one day use one of these drills not to fire at some test dummies in Iran, but actually at Israel, the warning would come in the form that it came in the war in June, which would mean 6, 7, 8 minutes warning. We all remember that. It happened. I think Israel is or should be preparing, because you never know. I think the Iranians would like to retaliate to the whole scenario that we saw on the first act of the war back in June, when they were caught completely off guard and would love to catch Israel in the same form. Israel has its defense systems ready, because you never know. You never know when Hamas will fire, when Hezbollah will fire, when the Houthis will fire, when the Iranians will fire. It's a different issue. Back in June, Israel had about 24 hours to prepare the population for incoming threats from Iran before they came and until they actually came. If it happens by surprise, then Israel would have a few minutes to prepare, not more than that.
It's a very different story if that's the case. Meanwhile, Ariel, this does come ahead, or these reported warnings come ahead of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump. Israel got the U.S. support and action one time, but can they bank on that type of action again? What's going to be discussed likely between the two leaders?
Right. So Netanyahu confirmed this evening that he's going to raise the Iranian issue in his meeting with President Trump. He also said that Israel is not seeking conflict with Iran, but if it is imposed on Israel, then Israel will strike forcefully. And I think it's going to be a delicate messaging in the White House, because the prompt for the 12-day war with Iran was an imminent nuclear threat. But that is not going to be the case now. The case now is going to be the ballistic missile threat, which is resurfacing or accelerating on the part of the Iranians. That is not the same sell to make. And so that is going to be the messaging that Prime Minister Netanyahu is going to try to convey to Trump, that the ballistic missile program is not necessarily as strategic as the nuclear threat, which was imminent, according to Prime Minister Netanyahu. But this is something that Israel cannot allow for Iran to rebuild its capabilities. Part of Israel's larger new defense doctrine of not allowing its enemies to build their capabilities to a level where they can strategically threaten Israel. And so Israel is enforcing its red lines. We're seeing this on a daily basis in Lebanon, in Gaza as well. And the message that Netanyahu is going to send to Trump in his meeting is that it is time to enforce those red lines also in Iran.